Shalom, Israel. You know what time it is. And this is the line. The sound go down just a smidgen. Just a smidgen from when I was from yesterday. Make sure to do volume check on here. Cash out, Aki lashed out, told him he take food stamps. Bucks for that kid, fuck all that shit. Then the young nigga noticed that he could be the coldest. Take back what they owe us. Whole world on the shoulder. Hey, Shalom Israel. Y'all know what time it is. UPK. Started 1 West 125th Street, Home, New York. All right. Takeground breakdown, Takeground radio. You know how we get it in. You know how we do. What people don't know what's going on right now. Let me just keep you up to speed. You understand? At this point in time in history, I don't even want to use the word say the word turning point, because that's the devil's organization that got unalived. So I don't even want to use that word turning point. But where we at right now in the history is we at a point where our people, where the Lord is giving us some good signs. He gave us the prophets. That's what we really always supposed to need. But he didn't giving us even more signs of the times. Signs of this place is falling and that we got to step up and get right with the Lord so we can step into our position of authority and power as the leaders on this earth. And it starts morally. Like, we have to put ourselves in a position to be the moral leaders of this earth. It's World War III. And I'm going to give some relationship advice too. So we're going to try to mix it all together. What's really going to put us in the position morally to rule this earth is not only that we've forgiven the oppressor for 400 years of slavery. That's a part of it. That gives us a high moral ground, a high moral stance, the high ground based in morality. But the piece that's the most important piece is how we treat each other. That's the most important piece in the puzzle. It's how we treat each other. And it starts with brotherhood. And it starts with sisterhood. See, it don't matter how far we advance as a people. As far as when it comes to technology, money, fame, fortune, all those things mean nothing if you don't couple it with the brotherhood and sisterhood of Christ, with the moral high ground of Christ, with the moral high ground of God, because Christ comes from God. So we have to recognize that brotherhood and sisterhood. Now, even if you want to get into, let's say, like relationships, like a man and a woman. A lot of sisters turn on the black man if he has more than one woman. Like, we got to address that. We got to address that if we're going to bring back because it starts in the family, in the home. So if you're going to bring back the family in the home in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, and that will translate into better teachings and better foundation for the children. Number one, it's going to be your religious leaders, which is the UPK. We're doing our job. We're taking our place. We're teaching all over the internet. We're not in the corner anymore, and you're going to learn. But next is the execution. Like, we have to learn to accept multiple wives.
for one, so it can stop tearing apart the homes. Because God says it's lawful to have more than one wife, but you have society, you have family, and you have your own mind and your own these fake religions that don't follow the Bible. They'll tell you, "Oh, man, not supposed to have more than one wife." If you got any questions, put them in the chat. They'll tell you a man not supposed to have more than one wife. And not accepting that, we can't get the kingdom. We can't get to the next level. We can't get to the next stage. I don't give a damn how many oppressors get assassinated. I don't care how many black people shout, how much money you get, how much real estate you own. I don't give a damn about none of that, because you're going to always just create more broken homes. It's a very small percentage of men that can have one wife for their whole life. There's a very, very, very small percentage of men that, he gets out of high school and he marries one woman and then he only sleeps with that woman for the next 80 years, or 20, 60 years till he dies. It's a very small percentage of men that can deal with that. And this is the problem. It's not like it's the right thing to do. They shouldn't have to deal with that, because biblically speaking, a man can have more than one wife. So now you're dealing with a man who's dealing with this pressure to perform, and that's in a certain capacity, and he don't even have God's strength to do it. Like, God will help you accomplish certain challenges and overcome certain things. God ain't even gonna help you with that, because he ain't never told you had to do that. Hey, Warrior, can you give me the phone stand? I don't know where the phone stand is. Phone stand for the phone. I just checked this drawer. I didn't see it. Is it in the living room? I think I saw it in the living room. Might have been using it. All right. So, the brother don't even got God to have his back, because it's not biblical. It's not biblical for a man to only. And now you can have one wife, but it's not biblical to force it. To force monogamy, that's not biblical. You can have monogamy, you can have one wife, but it's not biblical to force one wife on a man. Because a lot of these brothers, man, they're not going for that. And to try to force it on our society, you're just basically trying to put a round peg in a square hole, or a square peg in a round hole. It just won't fit. Just won't fit. Back then was the bad days. Motherfuckers push mad weight. I was a crack baby. Tell me nothing about my mother and the struggle. See, I love you and the struggle. Trying to smoke when she hustle. Selling everything in the house. And this has been the quarrel for many years in the black community. You know how much fighting that the black community has done over a man having more than one woman, and not accepting that. You know what I mean? It's basically every problem for the reason for every relationship that fell apart. Besides, unless the woman being a whore, which is unbiblical, which is not biblical. She don't have a moral right to do that. A man has a moral right to be able to have more than one woman. A woman doesn't have a moral right to have more than one man. Like there's no book or institution or school of thought that she could stand on to say, yeah, I'm doing this because it says it, it says it in the Quran, or it says it in the Dalai Lama's book, or it says it into this book or to that book. There is no book that say that. But in the Quran, mainly in the Bible, which is all we care about, in these different religious books, a man can have more than one wife. So for us to capitalize on the fall of America, first we have to build the infrastructure to take the place of America. And the infrastructure starts with the family. And I ain't even gonna say starts with the family. It includes the family. Because it really starts with the men, with the leaders. The men of the Lord teaching this truth and waking our people up. The leadership. We got to get rid of these different religions, these different religious leaders, and only put the correct leaders in charge that God wants us to have in order to rule with power. Like the brother said, power to the people. In the chat. So we got to build up our nation to be able to handle this power, to be able to put ourselves in position to rule. Hey, look, the oppressor, he ruled from America for 400 years. We're not in the wrong. It's not like we're in the wrong place to rule. We can rule from this land right here. But like I said, it starts with the leadership and in the home. Black women want to be with a king and all that, right? Hey, king, they're gonna call the black man the king. They want the black man to be the king. We was kings and all this, right? But you don't want to be a part of the harem of the women. You don't want to be a part of the wives of all that the king has, all the different women the king have. You don't want to be that. You just want to have a king and you be the only one. It just don't work like that. Even if a king had a queen, he still had other women. He had the harem of women that he would deal with. At least the Israelite kings did. We had multiple women that the king would deal with. King David, he had like 6 or 7 wives. King Solomon had, he went too crazy with it. Start marrying heathens. But that's always been our culture. Jacob had 4 wives. Abraham had multiple wives. So we want to be like those men. We got to be like those men. You can't cut it short. So we got to accept multiple wives in the black community. Got to follow the righteous leadership, which is in the righteous men of the Lord, which is in the ISUPK under Commander Jenny Ahana. And from that foundation, we can build an empire. We can build the kingdom of heaven. We can build it. You can't say it can't be done. It can be done. Theoretically, on paper, it can be done. And brothers, you got to stand on it too. You got to stand on this truth. You got to stand on a man can have more than one wife. You got to stand on that. Can't be telling women, "Oh, I'm only you. You gonna be my only wife. I ain't never gonna get another wife. Just you." So only you can't say that. You gotta say, "Look, a man can have more than one wife. It's in the Bible." That's how we're gonna build the kingdom. Because the women gonna follow. They gonna follow. They just need a real leader that's gonna give them something to follow. Like you got to give the women something to follow. Now you can't be sitting there bowing down to everything they say and do. Okay, so that's how it'll be. So ISUBK, Takeground Radio, Takeground Breakdown every Monday and Tuesday between 5 and 6. We get down. Type in your questions. We're going to do this every week. Till Kingdom Come, we're going to build this thing. We got to have our people, got to have the right knowledge. That's what's going to keep us together, the right knowledge. With that said, lay up your folly ground, bring forth fruits meet for repentance. Be as children of the day and not as children of the night, because we only got a little bit of time left. Christ is returning as a thief. Christ's return going to be as a thief in the night. So get dressed for the wedding. With that said, it's ISUBK. Go to ISUBK.com, put a donation on the books. Cash App, money sign ISUBK worldwide. Donate to the numerous donations drives we do for the people, food and clothing. And let's prepare ourselves. That said, shalom.